She looked like any other tourist, sun hat, shopping bag, relaxed smile, but she wasn't here for vacation. She was here to help take down one of the most dangerous men in the Middle East. And no one in that five-star Dubai hotel had the slightest idea who she really was. The target arrives, and so does Mossad. January 19th, 2010. Mahmoud al-Mabhouh, a founding member of Hamas and one of the masterminds behind arms smuggling from Iran to Gaza, touched down in Dubai. He traveled under a fake passport, kept his circle small, and told almost no one where he was going. He thought that this secrecy kept him safe, but Mossad already knew, and they were waiting. Within hours of his arrival, so did a 27-person Israeli covert team, one of the largest and most sophisticated hit squads Mossad had ever deployed. And among them were several women, each trained to blend into any environment, manipulate a room without anyone noticing, and gather intelligence faster than most men could blink. They checked into luxury hotels scattered across the city. Some came in pairs, others alone. Their identities looked perfect on paper. British, Australian, Irish, French. Their disguises made them invisible. And then there was her, the woman in the lobby, the female operative who started the hunt. She walked into the Al Bustan Rotana Hotel just as al-Mabhouh checked in. She never looked at him directly, not once. Instead, she positioned herself by the cafe window, pretending to scroll through her phone while discreetly studying the front desk. Her mission was simple: confirm the target's room number without raising suspicion. All she needed was a moment, a distracted receptionist, a misplaced glance, a half-open binder, and she got it. With a polite smile and a rehearsed question about her reservation, she leaned in just long enough to see one line on the hotel computer that wasn't meant for her. Room 230. The kill team had what they needed. In spy work, the smallest tasks often matter the most. And that day, her job saved the operation hours of guesswork and risk. She walked away calmly, blending back into the Dubai crowd like she was headed for a day of shopping. Dubai's luxury life made perfect camouflage. Dubai at the time was a paradise for anyone wanting to disappear in plain sight. High-end hotels, international visitors, busy lobbies, constant foot traffic, minimal suspicion toward wealthy tourists. For female operatives, it was easier than ever to blend into the environment. A man staring at hotel staff? Suspicious. A woman casually asking questions? Invisible. And Mossad understood this perfectly. Their female agents walked through Dubai like they belonged there, because that was the point. These women weren't part of the kill team. They were part of the setup. The watchers, the confirmers, the ones who made sure every step ran smoothly. And that's exactly what they did. The trap begins to close. As al-Mabhouh headed to his room, he had no idea he was already surrounded. Not by soldiers, but by ordinary-looking tourists who were anything but ordinary. He didn't know a woman in a sundress had just helped seal his fate. He didn't know dozens of operatives were tracking his every movement. He didn't know he would never leave room 230 alive. The hunt had officially begun. Dubai becomes a chessboard. As night fell over Dubai, the city glowed with luxury. Neon lights, high-end cars, the hum of nightlife. But beneath that glitter was something much colder. A military-level surveillance net quietly closing around one man. Al-Mabhouh had barely settled into his room when the Mossad team began Phase 2. They didn't need weapons yet. What they needed was information. Every detail of his movements, every pattern, every blind spot. And once again, the female operatives were the invisible engines behind it. One woman, disguised as a European business traveler, rode the elevator multiple times just to make note of who entered and left the second floor. She memorized faces. She timed cleaning staff cycles. She noted when the hallway cameras rotated and when they didn't. Her job wasn't glamorous, but it made the difference between a clean operation and an international disaster. Inside the surveillance web, outside the hotel, a second woman played the role of a tourist taking photos near the parking area. Behind her sunglasses, a tiny micro camera recorded license plates and flagged any vehicles tied to Hamas operatives. Across the street, another agent leaned against a storefront, pretending to be on a long phone call. In reality, she monitored the hotel's side entrance, a place Mabhouh had used in the past to avoid attention. This was Mossad's strength. No trench coats, no dramatic disguises, just normal people doing normal things. while executing one of the most complicated surveillance operations on Earth. And best of all, Dubai was too busy to notice, tracking every step he took. Throughout the day, Al-Mabhouh made calls, ordered food, and met with contacts. Each time he stepped into the hallway, someone, somewhere, was watching him. A woman in workout clothes jogged around the hotel's perimeter, passing intelligence to a handler through her earbuds. Another checked out of a neighboring room at the wrong time, forcing the cleaning staff to step aside, and giving her cover to photograph room 230's lock system without anyone realizing. They knew when he entered the elevator. They knew when he ordered room service. They knew when he left the hotel for a meeting. And they knew when he came back. Within hours, the team discovered the most important detail of the entire mission. Al-Mabhouh wasn't using bodyguards. He was completely alone. That single fact shifted the operation from possible to almost perfect. The door to room 230 becomes the center of the universe. Late in the evening, one female agent casually walked the second-floor hallway holding a room service menu, a trick to make her presence seem harmless. In reality, she was listening. Behind the door of room 230, Al-Mabhouh was alive, for now. She confirmed he was inside. She confirmed he was alone. She confirmed there would be no interference. And then, in as quietly as she appeared, she disappeared around the corner and sent the signal. The target is locked in. The team prepares the kill. Meanwhile, the strike team, a small group of Mossad's most elite operatives, began assembling in different parts of the hotel. But they wouldn't move until the surveillance team, especially the female operatives who built the entire foundation of the mission, gave the final green light. The invisible women had done their job flawlessly. They had tracked him, identified his patterns, mapped his movements, and ensured there would be no surprises. Now, Mossad could move in. Room 230 was about to become one of the most infamous crime scenes in modern intelligence history. The final green light? By late evening, the hotel's hallways were quiet. Soft music in the lobby, the low hum of elevators, footsteps echoing now and then. To anyone watching, it was just another peaceful night in Dubai. But Mossad's strike team had already slipped into position. The female surveillance operatives, who had tracked every move, mapped every blind spot, and ensured the floor was clear, sent the last message through their encrypted channels. "Target isolated, move!" And with that, the most critical phase began, entering the room without a sound. Around 8:30 p.m., two Mossad agents disguised as hotel maintenance technicians walked down the hallway carrying tool bags. Their movements were calm, practiced, absolutely ordinary. A woman from the surveillance team casually rounded the corner behind them, pretending to be taking a phone call. In reality, she was confirming the area was clear. Using a cloned keycard created earlier that day, the strike team unlocked room 230. The door opened without a click, without a creak, without a sound. Inside, Mahmoud al-Mabhouh was resting. Some reports suggest he was changing clothes. Others say he was preparing to sleep. The truth may never be known. What is known is that he had no idea what was coming. The Mossad team entered like shadows, silent and coordinated. The woman in the hallway took one final glance up and down the corridor, then walked away, blending into the hotel's quiet background, as if she had never been part of the scene at all. How Mossad ended the mission. Inside the room, Mossad used a method designed to leave almost no trace. Dubai police later described the operation as clinical. Al-Mabhouh was ambushed instantly. He fought back. He was a seasoned militant after all, but the team used a fast-acting paralytic to immobilize him. He couldn't scream, he couldn't move, he could only watch. And then they finished the job. The entire operation inside the room lasted less than 10 minutes. Before leaving, the team wiped surfaces, removed fibers, and staged the room to appear like a natural death. When hotel staff found the body hours later, they initially believed he had died from a stroke. Mossad was already gone. The Great Escape. Immediately after the kill, Mossad's exit plan unfolded with the same precision as the hit itself. The female operatives, now dressed differently, hair altered, posture changed, passed through the lobby unnoticed. One looked like a tourist leaving early for a flight. Another carried shopping bags, smiling at a concierge. Not a single hotel guest or staff member suspected a thing. Within hours, every member of the 27-person team had left Dubai. Separate flights, separate countries, separate identities. By the time authorities realized Mabhouh had been murdered, Mossad was already continents away. How Dubai uncovered the operation. In the days that followed, Dubai police launched one of the most extensive CCTV investigations in modern history. They tracked every movement: lobby cameras, airport footage, hallway surveillance. That's when the world saw them. The wigs, the disguises, the tourists who weren't tourists. Men, women, operatives everywhere. The female Mossad agents were spotted only through hours of forensic review, crossing lobbies, scanning elevators, vanishing into crowds. Their calm behavior fooled everyone in real time, but not the slow-motion security review. It became one of the most publicly dissected intelligence operations ever caught on camera, a mission that changed modern spycraft. Mahmoud al-Mabhouh's assassination sent shockwaves across the Middle East. To some, it showed Mossad's unmatched precision. To others, it exposed the terrifying reach of modern intelligence agencies. But one thing stood out above everything else. The mission would not have succeeded without the female operatives. They blended in where men couldn't. They gathered intelligence without raising alarms. They moved through luxury hotels like ghosts in perfect daylight. This wasn't just an assassination, it was a reminder that the deadliest spies are often the ones no one notices. What are your thoughts on this? Let us know in the comments below. If you liked this video, don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel for the latest videos.